3,000 years ago. The Empire of Shurima was thriving and they were getting more and more influence throughout the world of Runeterra. And all that thanks to their powerful and fearless army, which conquered state after state, being led by the invincible, godlike warriors called the Ascendant. But even they have to take command by an ambitious and power-hungry leader. A big welcome to the one and only. The Emperor,
King in the castle,
ruler of Shurima, and his second in command, his first son, the heir to the throne. Then there's also the other sons, the follow-ups. And then there's this guy, Asia. He is the youngest and least favorite son of the Emperor. And with so many siblings ahead of him, Asia would never take the place of his father.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell man. Get your ass on.
He is an outsider, he doesn't like to train or fight.
Send him 2-3 years Dagestan and forget.
He enjoys reading a book and studying history. On the other side, we have this guy. He's not even allowed to have his own name. And a future of endless labor ahead, since he's one of many Shuriman slaves. Yeah guys, we can't say the S word because of monetization.
I wanna feel like it's raining on me, okay?
So we will call them workers instead for this video. His parents, who are former teachers that are now captured, but they still value the importance of education. And his dad teaching him about numbers and letters. And also about the history of their nation.
Day is never finished. Master got me working.
In hopes that these skills allow him to have a better life one day. And that boy, he swore to f***ing get that better life and to break free of his chains no matter what. One day his dad became crippled and left to die on the side of the road. His mother, now obviously scared for the safety of her son, traveled to the capital and went to an architect to take her son as an apprentice, who didn't want him at first.
Who the f*** is that guy?
But later changed his mind after seeing his skills.
I told you it's not ready yet.
Honey, just show it to them.
This was also the last time he ever saw his mother, and with that a new life began. He was sent daily to the Grand Library of Nasos to gather specific texts for his new boss. And one day he saw a struggling Asia trying to decipher a text.
In the beginning. Yeah.
Even though speaking to a royal was like inviting your own death, he still helped the least favorite son of the Emperor.
In the beginning.
And Asia was so surprised by this, he returned the favor by giving him a name. Zareth, the one who shares. But that name was only kept between the two, since Zareth was still not allowed to even have a name. Over the next few months, they loved spending time together to learn about their favorite Shuriman heroes. And after a few months, Asia made Zareth his personal worker.
But now you have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
The yearly Empire Tour. One day, the Emperor, his sons, their workers and Renekton went on a tour traveling throughout the country. First stop, they met up with some rich Shurimans who wanted to donate to the Emperor some After getting the money, it was now time for the Emperor to meet and visit some of the workers. The journey continued. It got pretty late, so the royal family decided to take some rest and spend the night at an oasis. Everyone went to sleep, except Zerov and Azir, who stayed up to watch some stars in the night. But wait, what is that? Some assassins appear out of nowhere, and it seems like they're going for the royal family. One of them spots Azir and goes to take him out. He hits him. Zerov comes in clutch and takes him out. Boom! And with that, Zerov ultimately proves his loyalty towards his friend. But wait, it is not over. Renekton has to put up a 1v9 performance. He goes in, gets one, but it's too late.
Double kill, triple kill, quadra kill.
Azir and Zerov rush back, trying to find out what is going on. But the only thing they find is a heartbroken Emperor. Azir says, "Hey Dad, I came as fast as I could. I also got attacked, but I survived. My friend saved my life. He should get something nice for that." The Emperor looks at Zerov. This guy? He is just a useless and nameless worker. Zerov is trying to speak, but the Emperor says,
"Shut the f*** up! Know your f***ing place, trash! F***ing workers! I don't give a f*** about no workers! They ain't got no soul!"
Azir gets really mad and tells Zerov to look at him.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, and maybe not the next month, but only one thing is true. We will be brothers one day, I promise. I promise.
Zerov gets emotionally touched by the words of his friend. And Azir reassures Zerov, no matter what, he and his people will be free.
I'm Hilo. Holy shit.
The Emperor can still not believe what happened. In the meantime, after nearly dying in the desert, Zerov and Azir are teaming up. Yo man, that was way too close. Absolutely, you nearly died, bro. Yeah, we gotta lock the f*** in, man. And with that, Azir went to Renekton to see what it took to become a real warrior. Zerov, on the other hand, did his training in the library. Information after information, book after book, page after page, Zerov studied and learned everything there was to get smarter. 2 months of hard training later. Yo Zerov, I got something for you. Here. A promotion. You deserve it, bro. And with that, Zerov became the right hand of the young heir Azir.
What's up with it, vanilla face? Me and my homie Lulu just parked our slab outside.
Please.
We're looking for somewhere to post up our black asses for the night. So bang bang, skeet skeet, Nick. We're just a couple of pimps, no hoes.
Sir, you gotta leave.
Of course, Zerov was allowed to stay.
Okay, let's go.
But let's go back to the Emperor. With Azir as his follow-up, the Emperor went crazy. But wait, he gets an idea. Hold up, my wife is the perfect spawn point. Okay. Just imagine. We get a new baby. We take out Asia. Boom. Everything is fixed. We have no problem anymore. Except one thing. Zerov is smart now. He knows what's going on. He knows enough about history to understand there are only two logical solutions. Option A, there is a new baby and Asia dies. Option B, there's no new baby and Asia becomes emperor. Zerov wants his best friend to live, so he chooses option B. But to make sure that no baby will be born, Zerov sneaks around the royal palace at night and looks at what the emperor and his wife are doing. So every time the queen gets pregnant now, Zerov knows he has to do something against it. So he tries out some new magic that he found in the library and goes,
Bravo 6, going dark.
Zerov is ready to cast his spells and spawn traps every brother that could possibly grow inside of the queen. Nothing will come out of the queen. Nothing and no one. Zerov will always do what needs to be done in order to protect his friend. And with that, every pregnancy fails and no new heir is born. Despite Zerov's best efforts, one day it happened. The queen gave birth to a new Prince of Shurima. But as if the gods didn't like it, a terrible storm came over Shurima in that night. The queen's room got struck again and again.
I have never vaped in my life, I swear. No. Hey, may Zeus himself strike me down if I'm lying. Hey, didn't strike me though.
The queen and her newborn son both burned down, laying in each other's arms. The people say that the emperor went mad after hearing the news and decided to take his life. Later, only a burned skeleton was found of him. After losing his whole family, Asia was shocked. But the entire empire, they needed a new leader. So he took on his duty and became what no one thought was possible. The one and only Emperor of Shurima. Now with his best friend as his right hand, they had to prove their worth together. Asia's first order as emperor was to avenge his family, and he attacked a mage clan that had to be responsible for ending his parents' lives. In the following year he expanded Shurima's border even further, but contrary to his father, he also helped the workers get a better life. Zerov is hyped. Today is the king day. He waited for such a long time, and now that Asia is finally emperor, he will free him and all the other workers and make him his brother as he once promised. Asia says, "No, I'm not doing it." Zerov confronts him about breaking his promise, and Asia tells him, "Brother, you are just a worker. You should know your place." Something noble died in Zerov that day. This was further proof for him for Shurima's moral bankruptcy.
300 black men for only £2. Yes, sir.
He thought Asia had changed and forgot about their wish of freeing the world. What Zerov doesn't know though is that Asia has been cooking up a secret plan to free all the workers, but he can't share it with anyone because all of Shurima's wealth is built up on workers and he needs time and the right place to overturn thousands of years of tradition. If someone found out, everything would be undone. Many years have passed and Emperor Asia actually found someone he loved. They married and had some kids. But Asia was also a naughty man who cheated on his wife and had relationships with many other women that resulted in many more children. But let's get back to the important things though, and hear what Zerov is yapping about. Yo Asia, you know we can make Shurima 1,000,000 times better? Nah man, tell me. Alright, just listen to me. We have to go back a couple of years. So, you remember the time when we invaded Ixtal? Bam bam, clap, they were gone. We got new land, new woman, but we want more. The thing is, right now you're just a human. Nothing more, nothing less. But others are ascended. Now you ask yourself, what is an ascension? How does this even work, man? It's not too complicated, so I will explain. Okay, the process of ascension is a big ritual. You hear the little human, you get selected, and then the power of the sun is redirected to you. Zack zack, you get transformed into an absolute machine. A god warrior. But let's go back. Imagine, just imagine, we get you ascended and you go god mode. Then we will take our army, go north and easily destroy every other single nation with your power. Shurima will take over the world, man. Emperor Asia heard all of that and was like,
hey, that's pretty good.
The ascension ritual. Normally, it's only allowed for the Sun Priest to choose the candidates for the ascension.
On duty.
But Asia doesn't care and orders them to follow through. Finally, the day came and the ascension ritual has a bigger cultural meaning than any Taylor Swift concert. Everyone attends it, including soldiers, normal people and workers. They're all part of that huge event. Everyone except two people, Renekton and Nasus. They couldn't be found anywhere because Zeref sent them away to deal with an emergency threat that just appeared. Asia arrives and he's making his way up to the top of the temple towards the golden sun disk. But when he reached the top, he turns to Zeref. You are free, Zeref. Not only you, but every worker in Shurima. And at that right moment, at the right place, in front of everyone, Asia makes Zeref his eternal brother, holding his promise he gave him years ago. The ritual starts. The first priest channels the light of the sun onto the sun disk, which gets reflected, and they create a specific spot where you don't get burned by these immense powers of the sun. And at that moment, Asia didn't know that Zeref had studied more than just history. He had learned the dark arts of sorcery, which had grown on him like cancer and turned his desire for freedom into hatred. Back then in their training arc, Zeref loved Asia so much he wanted to seek out knowledge no matter the cost and no matter the source, just to protect his new friend. So he unlocked long-sealed libraries, consuming the forbidden magic inside, which started to corrupt him. When whispers of him learning these new powers rose up, he would make sure to silence them before they could get any louder.
Dudes, I think this guy's coming on to me.
An enemy has been slain.
Asia, never hearing these whispers, showed Zeref that this was the right way of protecting his emperor. Oh, having this power felt good, maybe too good. And Zareth justified every life that he was taking because he did it to keep his friend alive. On that night when the Queen's chamber got struck, what actually happened is that the king and his guards, they instantly rushed to see if the queen and the newborn son were alright, but they couldn't believe what they saw. It was Zareth standing there right in front of the queen's chamber with the arcane power still running through his hands, instantly attacked the emperor and his guards to end all of their lives. But he didn't end their lives for himself, but for Asia. He set everything in motion for him to get emperor so that he could make their dream a reality. But when the day came and Asia didn't free his people, bro, Zareth was crushed. His hopes in Asia shattered. He felt betrayed after everything he did for him. And now he knew he has to be the one. He has to be the one on the throne to make the change. But taking over an entire empire required him to be more powerful. That's why he talked Asia into getting ascended, so that he could steal the power of ascension right in front of him. Now back to the present. Zareth's plan was already in motion. Earlier, he broke the seal of a tomb to send away Nasus and Renekton, because these two were the only beings that could save Asia from what was going to happen. Zareth had been given everything he wanted, but the success of his plan required Asia's death. Too many pieces had been set in motion and too many sacrifices had been done to turn back now. No matter how much that part of him wanted to stop right here, in his mind it was only him who should have the power, and by thus the freedom. In that moment, Zareth pushes Asia out of the safe spot into the eternal sun and watches as his lifelong friend burns to ashes. Zareth takes Asia's place and chaos starts to erupt. These powerful celestial energies, they were not meant to be divided, and they burst outwards, burning people to ashes and sinking the city into sand. Meanwhile, Zareth couldn't care less. He was now holding the priests hostage to get more and more power, and is losing his human body in the process. Meanwhile, Renekton and Nasus, they stop with their coke session after beating the threat, and they instantly rush to the capital as soon as they sense what is happening. They see the danger radiating from what's left of Zareth's body, and they try to capture him, seeping away in an ancient tomb with magic chains and a powerful seal. But Zareth has gotten too strong and breaks the tomb, with some of its pieces still being bound to his body. With no other option left, he will be facing the two Shuriman heroes him and Asia bonded over. They fight throughout the city, destroying what's not already been destroyed. Nasus has an idea and tells Renekton to wrestle Zareth towards the strongest vault in the capital.
Let's wrestle, kid. Let's wrestle. 6 October, let's wrestle.
A vault so special is designated only for the family of the Emperor. The Tomb of Emperors, so strong it can only be opened by the royal blood. And thanks to Azir's passing, the tomb was now standing wide open. Realizing that Zareth has gotten too strong, Renekton bends his knee. Psych! He snatches Zareth and drags him into the endless darkness, sacrificing his eternal life. Renekton tells Nasus that there is no other option than to close the tomb with him inside. Nasus, now left with an impossible choice, seals away his own brother to keep Zareth from destroying everything that there is in the world. He lost his brother forever.
Thousands of years later, a Noxian woman called Cassiopeia and her guide Zivir were exploring the ruins of Shurima. After finding the Great Tomb Door, Cassiopeia saw her chance for gold and fortune, so she took out Xivia. Something weird happened though. Something that woke up a long sleeping soul. It's Azir. His body is fully made out of sand, but it's Azir. Thoughts and memories are coming back. His mind starts racing. He goes to the tomb to find some answers. But wait, what is that? It's open. Azir doesn't care though. There's a person on the ground who needs his help. He picks her up, looks at her, and what?
Hold up. Wait a minute.
She has the bone structure of a Shuriman royal. She is a distant family member to Azir, and she is still alive. No matter if she's royal or not, Azir just wants to help this innocent soul survive. So he takes his daughter of Shurima and brings her outside. On the way there, Azir understood that it was her royal blood touching the stones that made him finally wake up. When they arrived outside, Azir brought the woman down to the water to clean up her face. Wait, what is happening? Azir is being filled with the light of the sun, and the magic of Shurima transforms him back into his normal body. It was selflessly helping that woman that proved Azir is meant for the ritual. Freeing the workers, helping the weak, showed Azir is the rightful emperor. It all finally makes Azir ascended. After all these years, the least favorite son, the nerd, he finally made it. And now ready to never let his people down, Azir looks proudly as Shurima rises back up from the dust and stands strongly in front of their reborn emperor. But with all of that, two other people also re-entered this world. Renekton, who's now filled with rage since after decades of being trapped, Zareth's whispers also reached him and turned Renekton against his own brother. And Zareth, who was finally ready for the conquest of a world full of mortals who should worship at the feet of a new and terrible god. And for how far that nameless worker boy has come, a part of Zareth knows that he's still in chains. Alright, thanks for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button. This video took us more than 3 months of work and it nearly drove us to kill ourselves. Nah, but seriously guys, if you want to see your main champion to be featured in the next lore video, you can actually vote for it on our Discord. The link is in the description. And also, since we didn't take a sponsor for this video, we would highly appreciate it if you could check it out. We post tons of personal stuff there, like my gym journey, our cute cat Zigo, and there's also lots and lots of community stuff. And also, if you want to see some behind the scenes stuff, or like how we made this video, we're gonna be live on Twitch tomorrow. Come by, ask us some questions, or just see us trying to get to Grandmaster. Yeah, but enough though guys, thank you all for watching and until the next time.